Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from Ford Field. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Here we go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll set up to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Mustang 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They're going to look to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On first down, Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Fields. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of it. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Fields. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Here we go, son. 11.
Fields on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Warriors 70, 19 light.
2nd down and inches. It's complete to Turner. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
18, pioneer. Ready.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now a handoff up the middle. Beverly. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Ready.
Up the middle, Achane. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Ross St. Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Dancing to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Fields now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Still going. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning every...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Come on, come on.
37-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 37.
19 tights, 19 tights. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, ready?
Now back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Off play action, Fields. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go.
To throw is Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You got a mini base. Why not? Up.
Now Fields. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Jared. No mud.
Fields throwing again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returning it is Moore. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Here we go, son.
A final shot before the break. Fields. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Lions 10.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's taken to the 26. Fights off the defender. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
Okay,
The
ready?
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Dragon 60.
Looking to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching him play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Warriors 70.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Come on. Set. 18, pioneer. Go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Achane is in for a Lions touchdown. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
18 on the play. 1st down, Chicago.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Back to throw, Fields.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 39 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Lions 17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions get a bit closer.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down.
He's got a man. Complete.
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 72 yards.
And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd and 11.
Short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Up the middle they go. Beverly, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 2nd and 13. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day has been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Warriors 70.
They'll look to throw here. Open man right side is St. Brown. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He's on bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready up.
They work now on 2nd and 9. He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here we go.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here's Fields. That is caught. They'll have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown! A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Seven Pirates. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Let's go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hustle, hustle.
They'll drop to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ready.
At the 44-yard line.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Chicago, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go